Aquarius, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot. Welcome to the week of October 19th through the 26th. Okay, so what are we doing today, Aquarius? All right, so we're going to take a look at basically the top row is going to be where you're at and why. And the bottom row is going to be where you're going, possibly with somebody or possibly without somebody. Okay, so where you're at and where you're going and how, where you're at and why. All right. Whoops. Alrighty, and also just to let you know, this Wednesday, which will be the 21st, Wednesday the 21st, I will be doing a same-day reading marathon. I did one last week, and you know, I enjoy doing it. I love doing it. It's fun for me. I feel like it satisfies a lot of people's urges to, whoops, this is not right. There we go. To get a reading as soon as possible. So, you know, I enjoy fulfilling that need. And, you know, it just seems to be working as far as meeting your needs and, you know, allowing me to enjoy helping people. There's no day that's more fulfilling for me than when I'm doing the same day readings. All right, so you can take advantage of that or not, and that's up to you. All right, so again, we're looking at right here where you're at right now and why. Where you're going. You might be going with somebody, you might be going on your own, and how. All right, so let's take a look at where you're at right now. All right, so we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So the way that I look at this card is not necessarily a marriage proposal, okay? It's about engaging or leveling up, meaning if you are dating somebody right now, you might be moving to a more exclusive type of connection. If you're exclusive with somebody, you might be moving towards maybe living together or an actual engagement. All right. This is basically engaging in the connection. You know, if you have a flirtation right now, it might mean that it levels up to, you know, getting together or dating. All right. So that's how I look at this card. All right. What do we have next to this? Engagement. And then we have the letter. So this is, these are the Lenormand cards. All right. So this is about communication. All right. So I feel like somebody, you or your person, is getting ready to engage here in some way and communicate about leveling up or taking it to the next step or to the next level. Again, this might be you, this might be your person. This could come in the form of, you know, a text message. It could come in the form of a call, or it could be, you know, face to face. All right. So let's see. Why is this happening with this person? All right. We have justice. First of all, you might be dealing with a Libra, okay? You know, this could be about somebody has possibly been thinking about this for a while, okay? They've been thinking about this for a while, and, you know, they've come to some kind of, you know, decision, or they're admitting something to themselves They're accepting something. And, you know, you kind of don't want to be looked at as something that somebody is accepting. I don't feel like it's that. I feel like it's, you know, this might have started off in a way where, you know, the two of you might have been fighting the connection for each other a little bit. You know, it might be the type of connection that, you know, when other people look at the two of you, they might be surprised, okay? They might even be shocked that the two of you are together. There might be something, you know, from an outside perspective, there might be something scandalous, okay? And you know what? All of that doesn't matter, okay? But I feel like that's where the acceptance of this is coming from. It's like, you know what? I don't care what other people think, you know, and when we're looking at why this is happening, you know, that could be why, you know, really focusing on what it is that is in your heart, what it is that you want, what is important to you, not necessarily what's important to everybody around us, okay? That could be why this is happening or why this person came into your life. It might be so you can take a stand or show other people in your life that you're going to live your life the way it feels good to you. Not, you know, choosing somebody in your life that, you know, looks good on paper or looks good at family events, or the fact that the two of you look right together. In other words, you know, it's not about that. It's about what feels good to you. What else do we have here? We're not doing reversals. We have the Hermit. All right, so a lot of major arcana here. So I do feel like, you know, the universe, you are tapped into the universe right now, and the universe is tapped into you. So when you're looking at what you have to accept about this connection or what this person is accepting about you, and I feel like it's you, the two of you, maybe against the world a little bit, okay? You know, the Hermit, you know, can be seen as a mentor in some way, okay? You could be talking to somebody. You could be talking to somebody that is, you know, that has a certain level of wisdom. You could be listening to somebody that has a certain level of wisdom. You know, just helping you to look at things from a deeper perspective. And I don't feel like that's a bad thing at all, you know. So this might be a very trusted person. This person might be older, wiser, not necessarily older, okay? It might be the person that you're connecting with, okay? If you could recognize that by, you know, if you do feel like you are learning, like actively learning from the person that is actually your connection, okay? But there's some, you know, the universe is definitely intervening here in some way, you know, to help move this along perhaps, okay? And it's helping you to identify maybe somebody in your life that is, you know, is very, very helpful to you in as far as guidance, and acknowledging that, hey, maybe this is a person that you're supposed to be together with. Okay, and then we have the Ten of Wands here. So you know, I feel like this here is really about, you know, this can represent a burden, right? So this is all happening. I feel like you're leveling up with somebody to remove a burden from the connection. It might be, you know, coming out to the public, coming out to your family, coming out to your friends and coworkers. And it alleviates, you know, a burden, maybe something that you felt like you had to hide in the past. Okay? All right, so we're leveling up here, or we're moving from one stage in a connection to a higher stage in the connection. What do we have here? This is about where you're going. All right, we have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So there might have been something, you know, and that's what it feels like. It feels like by doing this, by lifting this burden of worrying about what other people think, worrying about what other people think about the connection, it's like it's freeing you. It's freeing you. It allows you to take control back of your life. What do we have here? Look at this. We have the dog. This is about a loyal heart. So in the midst of maybe a storm, in the midst of a storm of other people's opinions, you know, this something here is allowing you to have a loyal heart to the person that you love, the person that you want to be with. It's very freeing to be able to say, hey, this, you know, this is my person. This is my rock. This is the person that I enjoy being with. You know, regardless of whatever factors you think, or they think for that matter, you know, aren't, you know, politically correct, or, you know, aren't of the norm, so to speak. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the norms are, okay? Something that stands out to me here with, we have 27 here, which breaks down to a 9, and then we have 18 here, which breaks down to a 9 as well. So 9s are about having vision for yourself. Okay, this is about each one of you. If you know you're in a connection here, it's about each one of you having an individual vision for yourself, and it could be about coming together. Okay, so how is this going to unfold? Let's see. All right, so we have the King of Swords. So, you know, I feel like both of you, okay, are just kind of cutting through a lot of the fog, a lot of the mental fog, swords, you know, that, you know, you both might have been excessively thinking about this for the longest time, you know, how to be okay, being in the world together, how to grow something, how to move forward with something, okay? You know, I feel like you're doing it in a fairly logical and practical way with the King of Swords. Like you both might discuss this and literally come up with a plan of how to unveil yourselves where it keeps both of you safe, it makes sense, it feels logical, and it's okay trying to figure out a way to explain this to people, or to be prepared to explain something to people that are going to be possibly surprised by this. Okay, you know, maybe you fell in love with your boss, and your boss fell in love with you. Maybe this is your next door neighbor. Maybe this is, you know, a teacher. It might be that, you know, you were going through a divorce and you actually connected with the attorney that was doing your divorce. It's an unusual situation that people might find, you know, shocking or want to judge. Okay, and you both feel that. What else? How is this unfolding? All right, so we have the Seven of Swords here. Now, the Seven of Swords, what this is telling me here, okay, I feel like, you know, the two of you might have a plan as to how to unveil this, okay? And then we get the Seven of Swords, which one or both of you might back out on that initially, okay? One or both of you might get a little bit fearful. One of you might initially run away from this, might get scared about sharing this connection or relationship with other people. But, you know, I feel like it's part of the process. But let's see, we have Ace of Wands. Okay. So this is about courageous expression. So I feel like there might be a hiccup, okay, with expressing this or talking about it with other people. But I feel ultimately that's what happens. Somebody might get scared. Somebody might run away. Somebody might think, oh my gosh, what are we doing? You know, might have buyer's remorse a little bit. And ultimately, I feel like there is some courageous expression here that allows the two of you to be free and, you know, express your loyal hearts to each other. All right, so I want to do a little clarifying here. All right, so I want to clarify the free yourself. Let's clarify the loyal heart. And then this is what is a little bit challenging here. So let's clarify the Seven of Swords. And then up here, we're going to clarify the engagement. We're going to clarify the communication. And then we're going to clarify the Ten of Wands, which is the burden that could be let go of because of this. All right, so engagement, remember, leveling up, clarified by the High Priestess. Okay, so you both have a knowing right now about this connection. Both of you know that this connection is real. Both of you know that it's something that you want to pursue. However, it's not something you're talking about yet, okay? High Priestess, very quiet, can be very secretive. So the connection the two of you have right now could very likely be a secret. The communication here, we have, look at this. The communication's going to be positive. It's going to be happy. Somebody's going to share, you know, anytime we're talking about leveling up in a relationship, you know, that's good news. That's somebody saying yes to you. Somebody saying yes to being around you more. Not being around you less, but being around you more because they feel good about themselves when they're around you. Okay? And that's really important to remember. You know, a relationship is really about, you know, how you feel around somebody, but it's also about how you make that person feel when they're around you. All right? That's what people remember, is how you make them feel. Okay? All right, so let's see. This Ten of Wands clarified, look at this, by Two of Cups. So, you know, I feel like the burden that's being dropped is the fact that we can come out. We can free ourselves to mutually express ourselves publicly, to be in a connection. You know, you might be dealing with somebody in the government or in the military or in the police force or something that could be, you know, considered a public figure. All right, that could be the case too. But it's allowing the two of you to come out as a couple. All right, so that's what I'm feeling here. Freeing yourself. Clarified by Ten of Pentacles. Yes, when you follow your authentic heart, when you follow what it is that you believe when it comes to who you want to be around, that only leads to abundance because you're aligned with the universe, okay? When you live your authentic truth and you free yourself from secrets and you're authentic to yourself, to your person, it allows you to line up with abundance in the universe, which is beautiful. This loyal heart, what do we have? Queen of Wands. Yes. So the Queen of Wands is wholehearted. Okay, that is how she's described. Okay, the Queen of Wands is also about being the best version of yourself. And by showing your loyal heart, by freeing yourself, by allowing yourself to have, you know, the abundant life that you're meant to have, you know, this, where you're going is towards your best version of yourself. When, in other words, when you get up each morning, you feel like the best version of yourself. And it doesn't have to be about how you look or how much money you make. It's about how you feel within. Okay. And that is shining your light on other people, bringing beautiful happiness here. The Seven of Swords is the hiccup here, you know, as far as, you know, how we're moving this forward. It feels like somebody gets cold feet about coming out. And then we have strength. But they are going to find the strength, okay? And there's strength in vulnerability. By revealing, you know, this connection to the world, okay, that makes you feel a little bit vulnerable. But ultimately, by freeing yourself, that brings about such an inner strength, allowing you to, you know, to feel like the best version of yourself. One more here. I want to see the courageous communication that's coming here. Okay, we've got Eight of Swords. Okay, so you know, I feel like when this is first unveiled, okay, I feel like with this Eight of Swords here, you know, this can be the energy of feeling trapped or being blind to what's actually going on around you. So I feel like what this is saying is that there might be a period of time where, even though this is about freeing yourself, you might feel a little bit restricted until the people around you, and trust me, this is something that you're doing to yourself, okay? This is the response to any judgment that happens because of this courageous expression or expressing passion for this person, okay? You're going to go through a period where, you know, you can't see your way out of people's judgment. And it will pass. You will take that blindfold off and you will, you know, untrap yourself because you'll see that it was an illusion to begin with. The Eight of Swords ultimately is an illusion that you keep yourself feeling trapped. It's not about the other people. It's not about other people's judgments. It's, you know, it's about you perceiving what other people are thinking and judging about you. And realizing that once you drop that belief, that judgment seems to just go away. Okay? All right. Aquarius, that's what I have for you. So if, again, if you're looking for a more personal or a deeper reading, certainly reach out to me. Take advantage of the Wednesday same day readings if you'd like. If not, that's no problem. I will be doing some additional earth, water, fire, and air readings this week. Last week I was struggling with some migraines towards the end of the week and even into the weekend. So yeah, I wasn't able to do as many last week, but I will be doing them this week. I get those when it seems like when the weather changes, and we went from 60s and 70s Fahrenheit, down to 40s and 50s, and anytime there's a big weather change, I seem to struggle with that. So I empathize with any of you that go through that. You know what that's like. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm always putting together, new spreads and trying to get different ways to look at things. And, I enjoyed this when I did this reading for myself. So I hope you enjoyed it too. All right. Thanks so much and have a fantastic week. All right. Bye.